Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football late Wednesday night. Some massive news for Mike Elko, the Texas A&M fans coming out of the recruiting trail. Four-star defensive lineman DJ Sanders committing to Texas A&M. Now, if there was a prospect in this 2025 class that I would happily get out of bed at 11:30 at night on a Wednesday night to go break down the film, it'd probably be DJ Sanders. Now, as a Michigan fan, I'm a little salty he's not coming to Ann Arbor, but to the Texas A&M fans, I think you're getting a special interior defensive lineman. At the end of the day, it's just so hard to find these kind of bodies with the athleticism that DJ Sanders has. And I think what makes DJ Sanders so special is he can be that kind of McKinley Jackson defensive lineman that's going to play the nose, going to eat up double teams, let his linebackers play free and downhill, do kind of the dirty work, so to speak. But what DJ Sanders also can do at the same time, he can be a difference maker. He can be an elite pass rusher because the juice off the line of scrimmage, that first step, the athleticism that he has, it's kind of different. And if you're an interior offensive lineman that has the strength and power to deal with the frame that DJ Sanders does, you probably don't have the athleticism to deal with the speed and first step that DJ Sanders has off the line of scrimmage. He is one of those matchup nightmare interior defensive linemen. He carries the weight exceptionally well, and I think this kid's so raw. Like, you take a look at the high school film, there's not a ton of polish to his game, and I think what's so exciting for Texas A&M fans is what happens when he decides and kind of learns to use those hands a little bit more effectively, develop a little bit more pass rush moves and kind of pass rush toolkit. You're looking at a special interior defensive lineman fired up to get into the film. Before we do, and as always, just want to say thank you to you guys and to the Texas A&M fans. Can't thank you guys enough for rocking with the fellas. If y'all are checking the boys out on a Wednesday night at midnight, talking recruiting, the support's been amazing. We appreciate it. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into DJ Sanders. Now, before we get into the film, where I want to start is in Mike Elko's first full recruiting class, you are seeing a very clear picture in terms of how he wants to build this roster. And that's from the line of scrimmage out on both sides of the line. And I think what makes so much sense about that is, one, you look at the SEC, it's no secret. I mean, what makes Georgia and Alabama some of the better teams in this conference? It's because of the line of scrimmage play. If you want to be a team that competes at the highest level of the SEC, you have to get the line of scrimmage play figured out. That is job one for Coach Mike Elko, and he is getting to work getting the line of scrimmage right. But I think more importantly, or just as importantly, you look at how you want to build this roster. You want to make sure you're getting these kind of bodies, the 6'4", 300-pound monsters. You want to get them at the high school level because it is very hard to get these kind of bodies in the transfer portal. We just saw the price tag on interior defensive linemen if you wanted to grab one in the transfer portal. If you want to avoid being in that kind of situation, just make sure you're going collecting these guys at the high school ranks. That is what Mike Elko is doing. Now, getting into DJ Sanders, at 6'4", 300 pounds, we're going to turn on the film, and you're going to see a defensive lineman that can win in so many different ways. I mean, whether it is with the athleticism, whether it is with the power, he has it both, and that's what makes defensive linemen so dangerous. Turning on the film, one of the best parts about DJ Sanders, when you're talking about a 6'4", 300-pound body that's playing the wide nine right now, and when you fire up the film, you see one, pretty good get off. But number two, I mean, look at the flexibility and mobility that DJ Sanders has in terms of running the corner, screaming down the line of scrimmage. Now, I think the best part of this play, and this is not the last time you're going to see this play from DJ Sanders, he's just going to take the football right out of this guy's hand. I mean, he's just a man amongst boys at the high school level. And again, that's not the last time you're going to see that on the film. First step's elite. I mean, DJ Sanders, when he's getting off the line of scrimmage, is just kind of different. It's hard to find these defensive linemen that have this juice off the line of scrimmage. A lot of these kids who are getting recruited, who are 300-plus pounds, they're just getting recruited because of their overwhelming size, which I don't blame a lot of Power 4 programs for doing. But when you can find a body that's 300-plus pounds and then gets off the line of scrimmage like this, that's special. And again, the power in his hands, and you see how he moves. We talk about this all the time. We need our interior defensive linemen to be able to be athletic because the amount of mobile quarterbacks that you're seeing, it's just growing in the sport of college football. To have a guy that can go make plays in space, that's what's really special about DJ Sanders. Again, kind of playing that edge rusher role. Look at him get out one. We're going to use our hands to get off the block. You want to see him use his hands a little bit better. That is definitely something that he's going to get better at as he gets to Texas A&M. You can't teach this, though. I mean, 6'4", 300 pounds running the line of scrimmage. I mean, pretty much chasing down a running back trying to get the corner. It's rare. It's really hard to find those kind of bodies continuing to work through the film. You're going to see him come and just rip the football away again. You like to see the motor working down the field. Just grabs the football and then look at the big body absolutely roll on the return. Again, this kid is a special athlete, 4'3", 300 pounds. Love the power in the hands, too. I mean, he comes out low, which is nice. You don't see a lot of big defensive linemen play with good leverage. DJ Sanders does, but the power that he has in his hands, it really just shocks opposing offensive linemen. He gets off blocks really well. Again, being an athlete in space, not many things that DJ Sanders doesn't do at a very high level. I mean, 6'4", 300 pounds, he's going to get a little read option. He's going to have to read. He's going to play it both, crash down on the quarterback, make a play. Athleticism is through the roof for this kid. He primarily plays that edge spot, and that's really, really impressive. Coming off the line of scrimmage, two things. One, really good get off. Two, the power in the hands is kind of next level. And again, look at the big dog just get out in space. Now he's playing a little bit of the nose, and when you kick him inside, it's just so hard for these offensive linemen to deal with the athleticism he has. I mean, you look at this get off. He's already behind this offensive lineman that's trying to execute a reach block, getting behind the line of scrimmage, just being an absolute wrecking ball, blowing up this play. You see him play all over the defensive line. Big time power in the hands. That's just silly. DJ Sanders has the power. He has the athleticism. He has everything you want as an interior defensive lineman. And you take a look at this class in 2025 for Texas A&M. You start scrolling down to some of the defensive line additions. There's two guys I really like in this class. One, DJ Sanders. Two, Landon Rink. Landon Rink is so powerful. He carries 280 exceptionally well. He's going to put more weight on as he gets to Texas A&M. This is a kid that puts up unreal numbers in the weight room. You're seeing Mike Elko go after just kind of one, a really athletic defensive lineman. Two things that stand out to both Landon Rink and DJ Sanders. Yes, they have the size, but they are both phenomenal athletes that have some versatility along the defensive line. You know, Mike Elko's building this program from the line of scrimmage out. That is something that really stands out to me. You take a look at this class, you got 5 offensive linemen already committed, 2 of the better interior defensive linemen in Landon Rink and DJ Sanders. You know, fire me up for what Mike Elko is doing with this Texas A&M program on the recruiting trail. We'll cut it there. Late Wednesday night. Y'all are probably watching this either Thursday morning or late Wednesday night if y'all are addicted to the recruiting game. Appreciate you guys rocking with it. Again, if y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.